some fireplace action while I share the groups. Oh, I should put up the chat window. That helps so I can see if people are coming in. Good morning, Jessica Farley. Boo, you scared me. Good morning, Irish and Cyprus. How are you? Happy October 30th, guys. It's beginning, it's beginning, it's beginning. We're getting close to the 31st. The month is almost over. It's crazy how quickly it's gone. I'm just sharing to groups now, so just give me one moment, please, while I do this. Enjoy the fire, enjoy the music, just relax. You could do your breathing exercises if you would like. You know, just kind of take deep breaths in through your nose, releasing out through your mouth, just with that idea of, you know, breathing in positive energy and releasing negative energy. Just to sort of set the space, set your space in your home or wherever you're at, wherever you're watching this from. Just set the intention of your space to be a space of healing, grounding, you know. Security. Think about the attributes you want in your space. Do you want joy today? Do you want enthusiasm? Add those energies into yours and just sort of intend for them to be in the space that you sit within right now. This is when we get to consciously make our decision of what we want to do, where we want to put our attention, where we want to create from today. Hey Rose, good morning. Is it peaceful looking at the fire? Good, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Good morning, Christina Avalos. Oh, did you like those grinder pose, Irish? Good morning, Catherine Jarrett. Jarrett, how are you? I thought they were kind of hilarious. I was just, you know, I'm out in the country in Texas, and so I was just looking for like just people to meet. You know, if it leads to boyfriendship, great. But like right now, I would just like gay friends at this point, and I'm 45, and it's hard to make friends, period, in general. Not hard, but it's just, you know, you don't have the energy. You're not out late nights. You don't go. I don't go to bars. I don't do any of that sort of stuff. So one of my outlets is getting online, and so I was on Grinder, literally looking. I mean, just to meet people, and I don't put my own picture up. I don't put my picture up. I don't put my age up. I don't put anything because I'm in rural Texas. It's not, you know, I don't need my neighbors knowing. And some of my neighbors are on Grinder, and it's crazy. There's like, not that I'm outing them or anything. There's some crazy stuff you see on Grinder out here in such a biblical state, you know, like a Bible Belt state, men dressed in women's clothing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging them by any means, but it's surprising to me because you can go to San Francisco, which is like a really gay city, and you don't see half the shit that you see on. There's some freaky shit on Grinder here in Texas that you don't even see when you're in like cities like New York or Los Angeles or San Francisco, which is filled with openly gay people. But here, people are so closeted and fearful that they're up to it's. I understand why the Republicans make all those weird rules and laws about who gets to use what bathroom, because these Republican states, man, they're up to some kinky stuff. I don't know. So, anyways, I don't put my picture up, and I'm very, you know, selective about kind of who I'll talk to, but if they lead off with too much sex or whatever, I'm just like, whatever. You don't even know what I look like. If you're that desperate that you're hitting me up for sex and you can't even see a picture, you don't give. Like, you don't have. To me, it feels like they don't care much. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm, I don't know, peg-legged and got an eye patch and a parrot on my shoulder. I don't know, it's weird to me. So I was having fun with it yesterday because some of them were coming on real strong and I was just like, are you kidding me? So I decided to post them because I thought they were funny. And I don't think I posted, the one that I posted the man's picture, that was not the real man. Just so you know, like, that was definitely, I get these profile things, there's a thing called tap. And so they tap you, but they don't say where they're from or who they are. They're nowhere anywhere close to you. So it's a scam of some sort where they always say to me, oh no, my internet's going out. I need you to call me at this number. And they want to get access to your phone number, I think. It's some weird phishing scam. So they use other people's photos to do it. And it always is this thing about like, oh, I'm horny. And mind you, my picture's not up. Like, they can't even tell what I look like. It's like, if you're willing to sleep with me without even knowing who I am, you're already a lost cause to me. Like, you're done. So anyways, you know the challenges all too well. Good morning, Ducky. I don't even want to tap any ass, Jessica. Like, seriously, I'm that boring. I don't want to lay with that at all. I just want good friends that are like gay and open and maybe around my age that I can hang out with that don't like aren't barflies. That would be nice. That like, I don't know. It's different here in Texas. If I was in Dallas, I think it would be easier. But I'm about an hour and 15 minutes southeast of Dallas, so it's a little bit, it's different, it's country out here. And not that, I'm not complaining, I like the country aspect of it, I like that it's quiet. But it does get a little boring at times, so I find myself like, I don't know, I've also put myself back on OkCupid in an effort to attempt to find maybe a potential mate or boyfriend. But I'm really looking, to be honest, I just want somebody to like pen pal with for a while and get to know and actually see if they have any substance. Because I feel like even though my life is quiet and maybe a little bit boring, it's a good life. Like, I have my dogs here, my cats here, my mom's really close by. I feel like anybody that I'm gonna let into this space at this point has got to be pretty fucking spectacular. And I need to find that person through interviews. It's like a Christmas hire, seasonal hiring. But I really do feel that way at this point. Like, I don't, I'm working with you guys and trying to build my business. It needs to be somebody who's spiritually connected or at least believes in the things that I believe in. I can't have somebody who thinks I'm a fruitcake. That's not gonna work, Like, that's not gonna work, as I'm saging every morning and burning incense in the house. I need somebody that, like, loves dogs, doesn't mind sleeping in the same bed with them, because, trust me, the dogs ain't going nowhere. I am saging the shit. I got the tiniest little piece of sage, and it's just going crazy this morning, so. It's gotta be a particular someone, and I know that I'm not here to be alone, right? Like, I mean, I have you guys, I'm not alone. Ducky reminds me of this all the time, too. Ducky's like, you have me, you have us, and I know that, and I'm appreciative of that. But it would be nice to have somebody, that I could travel with, and that I could hug and make dinner with, and but I really want them to appreciate me, and I want to be able to appreciate them, and I want us to share at least some interests. Not necessarily all interests. I'm open to having conflicting, opinions, but I want somebody that, like, I can curl up and watch Netflix with, somebody who's, like, slightly lazy yet motivated. Am I asking too much? I don't know. I tell Andrea all the time she is like the dog that has to like any man that comes into my life because she goes nowhere. Haha. Exactly. I feel that way about my dogs. I'm like, you're gonna have to really, and even then I get nervous because like my dogs are my babies. The cats, they're relatively new since I got back from Mexico, but I love the cats too. But the cats are more independent and they're less clingy. So a dude might come and go, and the cats would be like, whatevs, like they could care less. My dogs, though, will get attached to somebody. My dogs are like I'm like a single mommy with 5 children. So silly. So, I don't know, but lately since I've been back, because a large part of why I went, what is this tangent this morning? I'm sharing way too much, but I'll just continue to share. Large part of why I went to Mexico, was for the adventure, right? And, the culture and the experience and all of that. And I was very excited. It like lit me up and made me feel reawakened and alive for a minute. The other part is that I was kind of hoping that I was going to meet some, Mexican husband slash boyfriend that I was going to fall in love with, and that didn't happen. So, and that's fine, but that was kind of like a bit of a back of my mind motivating factor in why I decided to upheave my life and move down there for a while and say, like, let's give it a chance. And that didn't happen. So I'm back here where it's peaceful and it's quiet, and I'm happy to be back here, totally. But that doesn't mean that I need to give up the search in a way. So, and I'm 46, like, and this is my own drama, my own like limiting beliefs when we're talking about limiting beliefs and keys and our grimoires and our information. One of my limiting beliefs is that I tell myself that I'm running out of time. That if I don't make that relationship happen soon, I'll be too old to enjoy it. And that's not necessarily true. I know that logically, or I know that, I also do have a firm belief that when I'm ready and it's time, the right person will show up. And I have to say this, I'm pretty happy alone. So like if that doesn't happen, I know that I will be okay, right? So I sit in those two places a lot of the times. But I really want somebody that understands or at least accepts and has belief. You've got to have, I think to be with me, you've got to have a pretty big imagination, not even an imagination, but a strong sense of spiritual belief. Or else you're going to think I'm a crackpot. I mean, I sit in an angel chair every day. Not that I think I'm a crackpot, I don't. But I need a dude that, like, is into the metaphysics, is into the new age, is into the burning of incense and the laying with bulldogs and relaxing and being comfortable. And I don't know. Anyways, long story short, that was way too TMI. But that's what Irish and Cypress is referencing. Yesterday I was on Grindr because it was a great day and I was in the house and I was bored and I was trying, sometimes my only outlet is those sort of social apps. And people were hitting me up with like really weird requests without even seeing my picture, my age, no information about me at all, just saying, hey, I'm horny, let's get together. And I'm like, really? Ew. So I was reading some people, which was making me feel a little bit better. One picture I posted of the guy, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the guy. I'm pretty sure they stole his core picture. But he's in front of a Christmas tree, and I was just like, I tend to not date people that have their Christmas tree decorations up before Halloween. I'm like, no. So, he wasn't a real person, though, and I knew that when I was saying it to him. Hey, Julie Levine, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Julie and I will be meeting up in the mid of the month at the Edgar Cayce Institute to do mediumship work. It's kind of exciting. That's exciting. I know he's out there, Karen. I haven't given Karen. Albano says he's out there. I know. I'm just waiting to find him. I trust that it's gonna happen when it happens. I'm not too upset about it. I'm just having fun along the way. I'm just sort of amazed at some of the stuff that is on Grindr out here. It's like freaky shit, like freaky. Like I do. We're talking about like truckers in negligees and shit. Like, freaky. Like, I'm blown away when I, like, look at the pictures and I'm like, and they want to, like, condemn San Francisco? Excuse me, this is, like, the Bible Belt Republican state, and this is what y'all are up to? Ooh, child. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Well, it's here, but whatever. All right, let's get to our breathing exercises now that we've learned all about Grindr in Southeast Texas. Um, a quick question, Ducky, did you see that house I tagged you in Montpelier, Ohio? Where is Montpelier? Is that another haunted place? That house looked kind of cool. Although I'm refusing to move to houses that have stairs because I have the dogs and they're getting older. Let's do our breathing exercises. Rose says, Dan, I'm 67 and became alive 3 years ago. That's awesome, Rose. That gives me hope. I feel like as I get older, I actually give a shit less, which is really nice. It really frees me up. And so I feel more. It's funny, like when I say I don't necessarily need a partner, I know that's true. Would I like a partner? Yes, but I want a partner that's like a partner. Like, I don't want somebody that's, just along for the ride. I don't want somebody that when we go out to dinner, we both get on our phones and start because I see a lot of that in the world. And that's not really, I want somebody I'm stimulated by, like mentally and spiritually. And so we'll see. Maybe voicing that out to you guys today is going to bring that about. I don't know. But it's got to be, at this point, I feel like it's got to be a pretty exceptional dude. Because I just, I got too many things here that I care about that if I let you into my life, you need to be really understanding of what I'm sharing with you. And vice versa, I would be understanding of what they're sharing with me, kind of thing. All right, so yours is out there, Karen. Karen says mine's out there too, but I am content being by myself, just lonely. Same with me. I'm a little on the lonely side. I check in with you guys every day, and it's great. I check in, I do my readings, and that's a great way to connect with people. But there is a bit of loneliness. I would just love like some gay friends that I can go to the movies with and kiki with, here in Texas, and be like, girl, was that just not the stupidest movie we ever saw? Like that kind of a thing. But we'll see. There's some candidates. Like, I do go to a little gay church and I love the people there, but I don't necessarily hang out with them as often as I should, or they're a bit older than me, the majority of them. So most of them are all in relationships, so they have significant others that they need to tend to and spend time with, and so I get that. So I don't know, we'll see. It'll all figure itself out. Maybe me putting it out there into the universe through this broadcast is going to shift some stuff. Because just acknowledging that I want that versus hiding is different for me. Because I think that there was a large period of time where I was hiding. So, I'm done hiding. Damn it. Hugs, not drugs, bitches. And that's bitches with a Z. I hope everybody understands when I say bitches with a Z, it's with love. So I posted a video yesterday of this awesome runway show from Africa where these models were walking and then they started dancing African style dance, and it's just awesome set to the music. I actually bought the song. I love the song. It totally like raised my vibration the minute I watched it, and so I posted it, and I posted file under get it bitches, and then I thought, oh my god, I hope they're not thinking that I'm calling these women, to me, like it's a term of endearment that I learned when I was doing drag years ago. Oh, y'all are a bunch of bitches. But so, anyways, I thought it was an inspiring little video, and it kind of gave me like the wiggles, like it made me wake up. Sort of like, what is that one that I love? I can't remember now. Oh, anyways, the one where the guy's on the news report that I played, where he's doing conflammation. I can't remember. Let's do the breathing exercises. This has gone on far too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in deep through the nose, deep down into the belly, breathing in and pulling in with the intention, pulling in positive, new, fresh energy that's made just for us, that fits our body and our space to propel us through our day today, right? It's our own energy. Sven is totally working. Ah! Speak of the devil. Hello, everybody! He just jumped up in my lap. He was totally weaving in and around the chair. He wants to be here today. So, he's on my lap purring right now. So let's pull in that like deep breath deep into the belly through our nose, intending for positive energy, new fresh positive energy. As we exhale, just releasing and letting go. We don't even have to be in any effort. We just let go. Anything that's stale, no longer working, outdated, doesn't belong to us. We sometimes carry that stuff. You know, people put ideas, thoughts, perceptions of who they think we are in our space, and we adopt them. They're not ours. They belong to them. Let's give them back. So as we're doing that, we're exhaling all of that stuff and just letting it go down into the center of the earth, letting it be grounded and remade fresh, new, and sent back with love, right? Return to sender. What else was I going to say? As we hold the breath at the top of the breath, please emanate a light from somewhere in your body, wherever it feels most comfortable. I do it from my heart chakra, but you can do it from wherever you would like. Let that light go wherever it needs to. It will tell you where it needs to go. It will automatically know where it needs to go. If there's any place that has some sort of, I don't know, discomfort or need for more light or need for a higher vibration, let it go there. Hi, what are you doing? You want to be part of the broadcast this morning? You want to be my weatherman? You want to be my news anchor, my co-anchor? So, and when we emanate that light, just let it go where it needs to go, and then release that breath, right? On the first breath, be thankful for the body. On the second breath, be thankful for the mind. On the third breath, be thankful for the spirit. And in between all of that, if you don't have enough going on with all that emanation of light, also line up your chakras. Just imagine your chakras lining up in perfect alignment, straight line, allowing them to like spin at whatever's most optimum for your highest good today, right? Pay attention to which chakras maybe open more or close down more. All of this is information that's your individual information that you can access. And if you can't necessarily see it, sense it, feel it, hear it. Oh, Sven, don't press the oh shit, what did you press? Sorry guys, 1 second. You just pressed a button on the thing. So sense it, feel it. Just kind of, you know, gather little bits of information. Your energy system will tell you stuff. So this is the beginnings of that. And then for those of you that have been paying attention in the last few broadcasts, we've got the triangle. Set your triangle to whatever is ideal for you. If you're dealing with, you know, the body and you want to focus on the body, put the body at the top of your triangle, supported by the mind and the spirit, right? If you're working with spiritual stuff or stuff where you want to connect with your spirit, maybe place your spirit on high and have it be supported by the mind and the body, right? But we want that equality, equal distance, support happening where the energy is running between the three. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So let's get started on that. All right, close your eyes, set your feet on the floor. If you want to touch your body, to bring your attention to your body, that's a great thing to do. And let's take in that first breath deep into the belly through the nose. And hold and emanate that light. And release. I have to open my eyes because Sven just climbed up on the desk. And let's be thankful for our body, give thanks, love, and gratitude to our body in this present moment, in its present state, for everything that it's done for us all the way leading up to this point. No matter what we've thought about it in the past, how we felt about it in the past, at this point in time, we give gratitude and thanks and love to our body. Let's take in that second breath. And hold and emanate that light even further out into the body, even out into your aura if you'd like to. And release. Letting it all go, anything that doesn't belong to us, that's outdated, that no longer is needed. Let's be thankful to the mind for everything that it's done for us up until this point. Even knowing the doubt and the worry and sometimes the stresses that the mind creates for us is from a place of, taking care of ourselves. Being in gratitude for that, but letting the mind know that we are safe and we're okay. We love it and thank you. It can calm down. Let's take in that third breath. And hold, emanate that light even a little bit further, just to the outside edges of your aura, all the way around you. Let it heal and seal anything that it needs to heal and seal. Line up your chakras if you choose to. Notice, set them at optimum, openness and spinning for this day. Check your triangle, set it the way you want it or need it, or let it tell you how it wants to be set today. Beautiful. And let's exhale. When you're ready, open your eyes. And look at what I opened my eyes to. Hold on, I'm just going to show you guys this. He's sitting on the charm box. He's such a dick. He's totally sitting on the charm box. Oh my god. My Lord. My life. Help. Will you get off the charm box? This is not where you need to be today. This is not where you need to be today, sir. Oh my god. Do not walk across the keyboard. Wow, Sven's really home, huh, guys? Okay. Alright, so, let's, get to the cards today, alright? I'm gonna ask Spirit. Bodhi just shut the door. I think Bodhi's trying to keep it so that it's only Sven and Bodhi today in here with me by the fire. Let's ask Spirit for the card that best acknowledges the collective and gives them the information that they need for their highest good today, October 30th, Wednesday, 2019. For those that are both watching now, live, and those that will tune in at any point in time in the future. Talk about a huge timeline. Come on, Spirit, you can do it. I have 0 viewers. Can you guys still see me? Did something happen? Can somebody type into the chat? Oh my god. You're kidding me. You can see me? Alright, I'm gonna switch the camera, you guys. It's the key. I am actually going to shuffle again because we've just had this card yesterday. So I want further clarification because I feel like this is Spirit trying to remind us that we have the key, right? So I think that this goes for everything. Like, what doors do we want to unlock? What are we working on unlocking? What are we working on freeing ourselves from? So I'm going to ask for a second card because we are coming to the end of October anyways. And the fact that this card has shown up twice in 2 days says to me that it's trying to drive a point home. Spirit is trying to tell us that we have the key to free ourselves, to allow ourselves that freedom. That freedom was found in the grounding stone yesterday through forgiveness of both ourselves and others, of situations that might be outdated. We don't want to move into 2020 with those situations still hanging over our heads. We need to release them. We need to unlock the gate and let the bird out of the cage, so to speak. Now, if we get birdcage, I'm going to shit my pants, but I'm just saying. All right, so let's see what other... Asking for further clarification on this key. What do you want us to know, Spirit? Because you are driving this message home today. Remember, we had that rope energy on Sunday, which ties us to situations. Are we choosing to tie and tether ourselves to situations that serve us? Are we choosing to untie ourselves from situations that no longer serve us? Or are we consciously making a decision to tether ourselves to situations that aren't necessarily good for us, right? We can make um, that choice. So the toadstool, this I've not seen before. Let me just look at what because they only give 3 words, and toadstool to me feels like poison. Okay, this is interesting to me. Because when I think of toadstools, I think of like, potentially dangerous. But this says to me perseverance, growth through hardship, and patience, right? So, that would explain that definition for toadstool ties into the key in the sense that we need to sort of let go of some old stuff, right? I feel like this key showing up a second time today is reminding us to unlock those doors, free ourselves, untether ourselves with that rope energy from Sunday's reading. The toadstool, it says it's about perseverance and patience. I think that and overcoming, what was it? Overcoming hardship, growth through hardship. So, well, actually, when you think about it, toadstools or mushrooms grow out of poop, don't they? Now that you think about it. So, that's interesting to me too. So maybe there's some shitty situations or shitty relationships or things that we need to free ourselves from, or that we've experienced that growth and we're now free to move on. We can kind of move on, and that's what this is telling us. That's what this key is telling us. Let me turn down this music a little bit. Um, it's up to us though whether or not we choose to do that. And like I said on Sunday, I'm telling you guys this week, like it feels like whether we stay, or I'm hearing that song, should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, if I stay it will be double. Do you know that song? I can't think of who it's by. But if we choose to stay in these situations that maybe we have had to persevere through and find our growth through, like maybe smaller bits because it was harder than it needed to be, or we felt it was what we deserved, we may continue to grow slowly, but we will continue to grow. I don't want to leave anybody with any sort of fear that, oh my God, if I don't remove myself from this, I'm fucked kind of thing. It's not about that. It's about you empowering yourself to make the choice to move forward. You've probably done all the growing that you've needed in whatever situation this key pertains to you. And each one of you, it's going to be an individual different decision or situation. Some it could be a friendship, some it could be a job, some it could be a home, a relationship, both, romantic or familial. But whatever this key represents to you, and whatever situation you need to sort of maybe free yourself from or unlock the door or change the situation, you have done the growth, you have done the work, you have persevered. And to be honest, let's face it, this is a fungus. Like, I didn't think I would have much for toadstool, but this is a fungus that grows from a shitty situation. Let's just say that. Okay? So we've maybe experienced all the growth that we can in the situation that we need to let go of. And today might be a really good day to do that, or to acknowledge that. And we don't have to hate on the situation or be like, you know what, deuces, I'm out. But we can acknowledge our growth, we can acknowledge our strength, we can acknowledge our perseverance of what we've put ourselves through or what the situation maybe has challenged us to rise to. But we have met the challenge, we have done we have grown within it, and maybe now it's time to move to the next, right? And that makes me think of that unknown path, uh, card that we had yesterday, the Strange Girls affirmation deck, where it said you are not lost, you are just on the unknown path. I think that's some of this is about releasing ourselves and letting ourselves get onto that new experience, that new awareness. And this is like to me, a new awareness of self, right? And where we fit in our world, what we want to give ourselves, what we, and also I'm going to say this too, that poison in the toadstool, like I'm hearing this now as I'm looking at the card. For some of you guys, these situations And this may be not for you guys that are tuning in live. It might be for those of you that are tuning in later. But for some of you, these situations may be poisonous. Like they may be deadly. Not deadly, but do you know what I mean? Like they're taking their toll on you. Like a toad, you don't want to eat a toadstool. Like you don't want to eat a poisonous mushroom. So I feel like that poison part that I was seeing in there also does pertain to some of these situations where we've needed to maybe grow or work really hard towards our growth. But now it's like it's time to forgive, like yesterday's grounding stone said, and time to move on, right? Or allow ourselves to honor ourselves in a way that we change our relationship to whatever this situation is. Does that make sense? We've done the growth, we've done the persevering. It hasn't sort of, beat us. So now we can move on. Now let's see what the Strange Girls Affirmation deck has to say. Oh my God. Alright, I'm going to ask for a second one because it is like, this is crazy. You're not lost, you're simply exploring the unknown path. We got that yesterday with the key, guys. It's the exact same reading. So I'm going to ask for further clarification on this. What does Spirit want us to know? What do the angels want us to know? Get out there and get on that unknown path. Get excited. Like that's what I said yesterday. It's about enthusiasm. I typed this up this morning after meditating. I typed this up and put it on the Instagram post about like, are we allowing ourselves to get out there and trust ourselves? Let's see. What is the other? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, it doesn't get any more blunt than this. Your time is precious. Invest it wisely. So, I don't think I need to say much more than just read that. It feels like time is precious. We might have things that we need to be doing in our lives or things that we want to be experiencing in our lives. And now is the time to do that. You're not lost. You are simply on the exploring the unknown path. Again, utilizing that unknown path to bring about excitement, enthusiasm, and freedom, right? And maybe some of us don't necessarily feel comfortable with that freedom. So it's I think it's really key, to get with those feelings today. What might be holding us back? What might be stopping us? What might be making us think that we need to stay where we are in this situation? Do we feel like we haven't learned enough? Do we feel like we haven't grown enough? Is that toadstool energy like holding us there, telling us no, we need to stay here and finish this out? I think it's the fact that both of these cards showed back up today says to me that Spirit really wants us to know that it's time to move on. I can't explain it any further than that. And I don't know if that's for all of you, if all of you have a situation that you know you need to move on from. It might only be for a specific few, but it's a very strong message. I'm going to go to the grounding stone and see if that gives us also a little bit further insight. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Ooh, the suspense is killing you. The grounding stone is peace. I really think it's about giving yourself some peace, guys. Letting yourself free of these situations that may not be working for you. I think that if we use the key and we unlock the door, the metaphorical door, or oh, hi Bodhi. Bodhi just came over when I set the peace stone down. He's here to give us some peace. Your time is precious, invest it wisely. Where are you not feeling peaceful? Where are you not feeling like you're getting the peace that you deserve? Where can you, it's taking me back to yesterday's forgiveness stone. Where can we forgive ourselves or others or situations that we're tethered to that we don't necessarily need anymore? The memory of them we don't necessarily have to keep alive in our space anymore. Where can we free ourselves and give ourselves some of that peace so that we can use our time wisely, so that we can use our time, not other people and their perceptions, situations, dramas, events. You know, it's like when we give our attention to those things, we give away our power in a way. We give away our peace. We give away our opportunity for our own experience because we make our experience about that situation or those people's perceptions or those people's needs or desires. And I think that there's a way for us to find peace by honoring ourselves and moving forward. And also, this toadstool tells me be aware of the work that we have done within these situations and how much we have given. There is a strength in this card. There is a beauty in the perseverance aspect of this card. But there's also this, you know, I've been saying in the last couple of forecasts something about embracing ourselves, warts and all. And it makes me think of the toadstool. Like the toadstool is kind of like, it's, you know, it's a mushroom, but it's not like the prettiest of mushrooms. It's kind of, you know, it sort of feels like maybe we might view ourselves as being deserving of the crappy situation that we've had to persevere and find growth through. But we're not. I mean, it's not that we're not deserving. That's not what I mean. I'm meaning we don't have to stay there anymore. We don't have to, we're not lost, right? We're not stuck there. And we need to give ourselves the peace or grant ourselves the peace by opening the door with the key. Untether, go back and watch Sundays, untether those ropes. I'm starting to understand that that rope is more about untying ourselves from situations than tying ourselves to situations. Just by these cards that we've had these last 2 days, I know that I was talking about tethering ourselves to situations that do work for us, but I think that this might be more about untethering ourselves and being very aware and conscious that we're doing it. Honoring ourselves, our time, and who we are, and giving ourselves that peace by allowing ourselves that freedom, that forgiveness. We remember, I mean, I have all of the stones here. The first stone was freedom. The second stone was truth of this week. The third stone, which was yesterday, was forgive. And now we're at peace, guys. So, this is about freeing ourselves, especially before we go into 2020. This is also Scorpio season, so this is a good time to let go of shit that no longer serves us, right? And so I think that we're in a really good place to make adjustments and to look at things from a place of clarity and truth, like that truth stone. Ground in that truth, ground in your truth. What is true for you? What is going to bring you the freedom and the forgiveness that you deserve so that you can have peace and remove yourself or free yourself from, free your attention at least, from situations that no longer serve you. Okay? You're welcome. Karen says, beautiful read. Thank you. I've come a long way, but still have a ways to go. Thank you for your guidance. You know, I think, thank you for sharing that, Karen. And I think that you have maybe less of a long way to go than you think. And the reason why I say that is it's interesting that you say that when I see that we have the key, we have the grimoire, we have the knowledge and the information base within us. And it says here, you are not lost. You're just simply exploring the unknown path. So I feel like you can grant yourself the peace and the freedom. You have the truth within you. And as we forgive ourselves and we grant ourselves that ability to believe in ourselves, we're able to move forward, and we maybe don't have as much work as we think we do. Bye, Jessica. Have a good day. So I just think that this is spirit kind of trying to push the message home. This is a good week to sort of, look at things that may no longer be things that we need to be investing our attention, our time, our intention into anymore, and granting ourselves some peace, and also persevering in that, in holding true to that. Oh, I know that. Rose says it's for you too, Dan. I'm like, I know. Trust, I know. I do know that. So I can see where I fit into this reading for sure. And I have been granting myself peace, like, as best I can. I really have been making an effort to try it. Hence the fireplace and the morning meditations. And last night, I'll share this with you. I'm going to switch the camera really quick. I'll share this with you guys. Last night during my meditation, I was in the room with just the fireplace by myself, quietly doing my meditation. And I kid you not, my grimoire, that book, that card that's been coming up, popped out of my head and it was gold and sat right in front of me. And I was like, what? And so I started to like turn the pages of it. It kind of spooked me, but I visually saw it like go like and come out right in front of me. And I was like, oh, this is the grimoire we're talking about. Okay. Let me touch it. And it was gold. And it was right there in front of me in my meditation last night. I wasn't going to share that with you guys because I don't want you guys to sort of compare what I do or what happens with me to what happens with you. Um, but I don't think it harms anything to share that with you guys. Um, so, yeah, I do see the correlation here for me personally, but I also see it for, those of you that have situations that aren't necessarily, um, you know, that you might be been in a little too long. That's the toadstool energy, I think. And the key is about like unlocking the door and moving on, probably. Huh. So, Karen says, you are right. I know what I need to free myself from guilty feelings. And that's that forgiveness stone from yesterday, Karen. And you tuned in yesterday. So you're coming right back in right when the messages are coming through to you, and you already know this stuff. That's your grimoire, right? That's your knowledge within you that like you can sort of access and touch base with. And sometimes I think that we, and myself included, I'm going to say this as much for me as anybody else that's watching or listening. Sometimes we're fearful of touching base with what we know because what we know requires us to sort of take initiative, be responsible, maintain whatever it is that we know, or hold truth to a stance or a belief or a set of actions that maybe we don't feel like we can achieve or accomplish. So sometimes it feels better to play dumb or put blinders onto it. I'm guilty of it myself. Um, every day that I get on here, I try and not put blinders on, and I try and do this to make it real, make it real, make it real. And uh, believe in myself that I can do what I love and make it a business, right? But you know, do I get fearful and scared of that? Do I want to hide in bed some days? Yeah, because I'm afraid I can't pull it off, or I'm afraid that like it's not going to be successful. I'm afraid people might think I'm crazy. There's a lot of different stuff that goes in our heads that tells us stuff that, and this is the stuff where, like, when I do the breathing exercises, I'm grateful to my brain for thinking this way. I have to find gratitude for my brain being fearful. And I have to tell my brain that I appreciate you trying to look out for me and keep me safe from public ridicule or harm or the worry of that. But I also know that I will be okay. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I've been practicing, and that's what these 3 breaths are about in the morning for us is like, even when we're in doubt, or even when we're in fear, even if that fear seems justified, or it is coming from a place of ego or from, this scared, fear based place, but ultimately it's not a bad thing. It's trying to protect us. So when I look at it from that perspective, I can go, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, but I need to go get in the angel chair now, show people my wings, and try and live in a truth that doesn't necessarily match up with the rest of society right yet. But hopefully, on some level, maybe I'm changing that a little bit in my own way, by doing this and getting out there, so that other people can, live in their truth or live in their liberty or whatever is right for them, whatever spooks them or scares them or makes them feel vulnerable. I say this all the time. This truest form of strength is found in vulnerability. I realized that a long time ago. Like, I don't know, I think I was like in high school and I was stoned and I was reading tarot cards and I had one of these like epiphanies, and it was like one of these, it's kind of like what I call like, it's one of those sort of Buddhist moments where it's like, it's right underneath your nose the entire time kind of thing. It's like the thing you think you need is actually right in front of you. Um, and so I realized that, like, oh wow, when we have no need for walls and we have no need for defenses and we're fully vulnerable, that's when we're really at our strongest point. That's when we're really shining in our strength of who we are truly. That's when we let that light that we emanate, that we work on emanating every morning, that's when we're letting it shine. And that light is stronger than anything anybody can say to us, anything anybody can do to us, anything any experience can make us feel. I believe that. But I also have to put in the work to build that light, strengthen that light, and connect with that light. And as I do that, I believe that light will get stronger, and I believe that my mind will become stronger, and I believe that the doubts will become less, and that my mind will trust the body, and the body will trust the mind, and both will trust the spirit, and all 3 will move together like, I don't know, Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion and everybody right down the Yellow Brick Road. So that's what I'm working on. If that didn't sound gay as AF, I don't know what would. But that's how I look at things. Thank you. Karen says, you are changing my world and I am grateful. Karen, I'm not changing it. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And it makes me feel like I serve a purpose, and that's what I want to do with my life as I get older. The more older I get, the more I realize that it's not necessarily about me, that I want to do for others, and that I want to make a difference in the world. But I think that when you say I am changing your world and I am grateful, I appreciate your gratitude and I'm grateful for your gratitude. But the truth is you're changing your world. You're doing the work. You're just listening to me prattle on and maybe applying it in the ways that you see fit in your world. You're making the decisions. You're making the choices. You're the one doing all the changing, not me. So honor yourself as much as, like, be grateful for yourself as much as you are maybe to me. I'm not some sort of, how do I want to put this? Like, I just am telling you what I see in the cards, kind of thing. You get to take the information and then apply it in your life and live by it. You have to do the work. You're the one doing the work. So, um, I have the easy part. Let's just say that. All right, you guys. I am gonna sign off. That was like the strangest forecast ever. I started out on Grindr and then went to the Wizard of Oz. So sorry about that. But awesome. Well, thank you, Karen. She says I have given her the tools to help change her world. Well, you know what? Thank you, and you utilize the tools, and you're even aware that they are tools. So that's you doing the work too. So acknowledge yourself too. And you have acknowledged me in such a beautiful way. Thank you. I know that. I use this thing every day and I absolutely love it. It makes me feel like I have authority. It's my little pointer. And in the Midwest, West, we have a whole bunch of bullshit coming in, a front of bullshit coming in. Prepare and ground yourself so that that bullshit will sweep over you into Texas. Yeah, that's my spiritual meteorologist report. You have a great day too, Christina Avalos. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you that are new, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me at Engelgeist333. Tonight is a charming at 7:30. Got Central Standard Time, so that's 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Tune in for that. If you want to get a charming, you can certainly use the Engelgeist link. Send me a payment of $25 and I will do a charming on a subject for you live. Personal readings are also available, and you can gift readings to your friends for the holidays. If you're interested in that, message me at the business page and I will give you more information. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Get out there. You're not lost. Your time is precious. Find some peace today. Grant yourselves that beautiful peace that you deserve. All right? And that's crazy that this crunch showed up again. Spirit wants you guys to figure this one out. And me too. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye. I'll see you tonight at 7:30. Leslie Ann, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and message me. You can send over a payment and then tell me and we'll set up a time. I'm always available. So just use this link. I'm going to put into the chat that Engelgeist 333 link. You can send over payment for the reading and then message me at the business page and you and I will pick a time whenever you're ready, okay? All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to go. And I will talk to you later tonight. Bye.